I've missed you, slash this. And I am sitting outside in just a sweatshirt, which is glorious and well overdue. I'm excited that the Midwest is finally warming up. It's been a really long winter. So here's to many more days of sitting out here on my swing on warmer days. What I want to talk about today is just a lot of where I'm at right now and where we're at as a family, and just that I feel like there's just this overwhelming sense in our lives of faith and just what the Lord's doing, and that it would be an encouragement to you. You know, Hebrews says that we would consider how to spur one another on towards love and good deeds. And for me, I'm so spurred on towards love and good deeds just by hearing things from other people's lives. And so that is my hope and prayer for you today, is that this would just be an encouragement to you. So this year has been kind of challenging for us. I'm not kind of, like, it's been a challenge for us. And we just have seen the Lord grow our faith in times of waiting and just expectations not being what we, not being met with what we thought they would be, and how kind of life is right now. And that's just kind of where we're at. And so it's been kind of a hard year, and yet, like, we've so beautifully seen the Lord's faithfulness in our lives, which is causing our faith to grow. And just this morning, my husband and I were reading and talking through, like, just the theme of our house right now really seems to be like just this faith that's being stretched. And my disposition tends to be like, I get that, like, I understand big, great faith most of the time, and obviously there are times when I don't see that, or I miss that, or I think I forget to have faith. But it's easier for me to see in the big things a lot of times. So it makes sense to me right now when things are hard, or when we're waiting, to just trust and have faith in God. And not that that's always easy, I do need to be reminded of it, but those are things that make sense to me. And so even in these big things, the Lord is stretching our faith, but it occurred to me that it's even in these really small things that I have misplaced my faith, just on a daily level. And so I am very prone to structure and discipline. I love routine, which I think are good things, and we see that even from the beginning, that God created, that He created time frames, and He created structure, and He said that was good. And yet there are times when God steps outside of that, and so I can follow routine and structure, and that's good, but there are times when He chooses to act outside of it. And if I'm too married to my routine, or I've misplaced my faith into my structure and my routine and not the one who created it, then my faith has been misplaced in myself. And it just kind of unraveled as I was thinking that through, and thinking about that's an issue with control, and that I have put my faith in controlling things and having these routines. For instance, these are really silly minor things, but it's where I see the Lord stretching my faith, and that I can misplace it in myself. And so, like I said, I just really tend to function out of a lot of routine. And every Monday, I go to the grocery store. That's my shopping day. We are, in ministry, my husband, Sunday's considered a work day, and so we have, he has Mondays off. And so when he's home on Mondays, I like to go to the grocery store by myself most of the time. And there are times when I don't. But the point is that more than not, that's the routine. And so today, we have a little onlooker here, but he went back inside. Today, my routine was going to get a little crunched because I had something scheduled this afternoon. So I was trying to get it all done, and I was getting really rushed, and I just thought, there is no reason that I can't go to the grocery store tomorrow. We have enough food. praise God. We have enough food in our house, and I actually have an extra time bubble tomorrow that I don't normally have because a meeting was canceled, that I can go to the store. And I thought, shoot, like, that makes my life and day so much easier if I wait to go to the store, which just was a hard decision for me because I go to the store every Monday, to a fault that my friends make jokes or know, like, if we're planning meals or doing things for our small group, like, we need to have the lists out by Monday because before Kayla goes to the store, which I appreciate being known, but I also don't want to be so stuck that I've ruined my entire day because I didn't go to the store. And so for me, and that might sound really minuscule and little, but like for me, it was just realizing, like, my faith doesn't need to be in my structure. My week's not thrown off because I go to the store a day later. God is still good. Like, God is still faithful. We still have groceries. We still have money for groceries, and we can eat and eat well. And so there was that. And then I have a pretty good rhythm, if you will, about just kind of my rhythms of cleaning my house and keeping things in order. One of which has to do with I'll spare you the details. It's not necessary. The point is that I skipped one of my cleaning things that I normally do every day last night, which caused a lot of like unrest in me because I had a bigger project I needed to work on, and that was what was important. And so I skipped the cleaning thing and thought I can do that tomorrow and finish this big project today. And like, and it's even in those little systems that I realized that I will miss the things that God has in store for me each day if I'm so married to what I always do and miss what He would have for me in other things if I'm not paying attention to that. And so it's in the little things that I'm learning to increase my faith, because it impacts the big things. That if I'm hearing Him in the little things each day, then I will hear His voice better in the bigger things as he tries to stretch us. And so I was reading with William this morning. We were my 5-year-old. We were reading about the prodigal son, and it again in those same things. I thought it's with the brother that gets jealous of the son that returns, and there's a party, and the father tells him, but what I have is for you every day. Like every day for you could be a party. And so the fault in the brother was that he wasn't living in that joy, in that excitement. And so it just again was such a sweet reminder to me that I need to be living fully in what the Lord has for me every day, and in the faith, and celebrating and seeing the things, and not just stuck in the work like that brother was stuck in the work of just doing what he was doing, like, and missing the fact that he had access to the Father's goodness and everything that the Father had. And so that is where I'm at. That's just something I felt like I wanted to share today from the swing, that that I think structure is good until it's not good, until we marry it. And in the same way, I think there are people who probably need to increase the amount of structure out of a step of faith, because there's this fear that keeps some people from wanting a routine and from wanting to do things because of a fear of something else. And so whatever it is that we need to stretch our faith in, my encouragement is to you to step into that today. Thanks for joining me from the swing.